All right, so the crappie fishing has been pretty slow. I think we have 2 in the cooler and then a pretty nice sized sunfish. So what we've decided to do is come down to the pond, and the goal is to hook up on a nice catfish so then we can actually have something to eat tonight. So we're gonna throw out some chicken livers. We got 2 different rods set up, and hopefully we'll be able to get into 1 nice sized catfish. That should be plenty because like I said, we already have those other 2. We might head back and do a little more crappie fishing in a little bit, but for now, we're gonna hang out down here, see if we can hook into 1. So let's get to it. Didn't take long and we're hooked up here. Feels like a decent catfish. The hardest part is trying to keep him out of the dock though. So this was probably in the water for all of about 2 minutes. Get my hood off. Not the biggest one in the pond, but it's definitely a good one. We also don't have a net. So we'll see how we can land these guys. Oh, that's a good one. That's a keeper. We're gonna walk him over here. If we can. Definitely 100% not the biggest one in the pond, but that's okay. We'll let those big ones stay and breed a little bit, and we'll take this one home and eat it. Get up in there. Perfect keeper size catfish. Super long, not super fat. Should probably be a little bit fatter than that. So we'll take this one home. It'll be good. That's gonna go with our fry with our 2 crappie that we currently have, and our bluegill that we're gonna fry whole. And hopefully we'll be able to go out and catch 1 or 2 more crappie later. But, all right, we're gonna throw this one in the cooler. And that right there is what we call dinner. It's a long fish. I think it's 20-something inches long at least. All right, cool. Oh! Oh, it's a good one. This rod just bent over. Richard got himself a big old catfish right here. I'm gonna have to set down the camera so I can help him land this thing. All right, there we go. Another good one came out of the pond.
Bam!
Look at this guy. Nice belly on him. Healthy. Good catfish. We're gonna go ahead and let him go because we already have that other one though. All right, y'all. So that one catfish that we put on the stringer, I'll show y'all what happened with it. It's pretty crazy. So we put it on the stringer right here. Do it over the backside. I don't know if y'all can see because of shade, but it got itself tangled around the pole on the dock. So Richard, being the nice guy that he is, has volunteered to wade in the water and get it. Now usually the pond would be up another 2 feet, but it's pretty low right now. So it's probably gonna be around waist deep down there, but it is probably gonna be super muddy. So he's gonna wade out there and try to untangle this catfish so we can have some vittles for dinner. So let's wish him luck and see if he can get in there and get that catfish undone. There it is. The mountain man has done it again. So we're back at the house now, and I know that y'all probably didn't see a lot of that crappie fishing, but there's a reason for that. Whenever I got up here, we drove 3.5 hours up here, I went to use my GoPro and then looked around and realized that I didn't have my GoPro charger. So unfortunately, not a lot of footage from that, but you can check right here. We have a cooler of fish. We got a catfish in here, a couple crappie. I already cleaned 1 crappie. There's a really good one. We'll clean that guy up for y'all. And then we also have this bass. And this is a really little bass, but it swallowed the hook and died. So we figured we might as well keep it. We've never eaten bass before. And guys, we are on private property. There is no size limit, no regulations on any fish in a private pond. So also got a couple sunfish that we're gonna cook whole. So let me show you how to clean up a crappie like this. This is a pretty good, just like your average keeper size crappie. Just at 10 inches right there, I'd bet. So we're gonna take this. This is actually a turkey carver. This is one of the best tools for cleaning fish. Electric turkey carver, right? No need for a fancy electric fillet knife, none of that stuff. Okay, so we're gonna take our fish, go right behind the gills, right behind the gill plate, cut down, turn it, and just follow the backbone down. Turkey carver will easily break through those bones. We're at the end, flip them over, and then take it right out of the skin, just like any other fish. Flatten your knife out. And there we go. Not an ounce of meat left on that skin. Then we're just gonna take it, cut our bones out here. Cut at an angle on the crappie, you'll get quite a bit more meat. Okay, it's a card of our rib bones, and y'all check that out. Boneless, skinless, crappie fillet. One of the reasons these are some of the best fish to eat. Not only is it completely white meat, but look at that, it's almost transparent. That's a good piece of fish. We're gonna throw this in the bag, clean up the rest of these, and yeah, we'll show y'all whenever we get to the catfish. All right, so we got our catfish right here. We're gonna clean this guy up. And this guy is super long, but not too fat. So we're just gonna clean this just like any other fish. Although his fins are stuck out, we're just gonna go behind the head here, all the way down to the backbone. Okay, so all the way down to the back, turn the knife. And let it cut through those bones. My hand's slipping because I got slime on it, but I'm just going to follow the backbone all the way down. And once you get to the ribs, it's just like any other fish. Fold that thing over. We missed quite a bit of meat right here. We'll go back and get that in a second, but we'll take that off. That is a big old slab of catfish right there, and it looks good, super white. Obviously you see the blood on there, but we can wipe that off. And then a lot of people think that you need special catfish skinners and all this type of stuff like that, but you really don't, guys. You can clean catfish just like any other fish. So throw that down. We'll take the skin off of that in just a second. We're gonna go up and get the rest of this meat that I missed right there next to the rib cage. And yeah, then we'll see y'all in the kitchen to cook up all these fish, so stay tuned. All right, we got all the fish cleaned up right here. As you can see, we got the catfish, we got a bunch of crappie laid out all around, a couple sunfish, and this is actually a little bass right here, but quite a bit of meat. I definitely think that's gonna be enough for dinner. So let's get to mixing this stuff up and get to frying it. So we got the oil hot over there. We're gonna go ahead and throw our fish into a bag of mustard right here. This will help the breading stick to it, and it also takes away any fishy flavor that there might be. So here's a nice big old chunk of catfish. Just cut it into good frying size pieces right there. We're gonna throw in some catfish. We'll throw in crappie fillet right there, which, by the way, guys, I mean, just look at these things. You can't beat that. Snow white meat. All right, throw all this in here, zip it up, and completely coat it in mustard. And if you had a fish that your word was gonna be a little too fishy tasting, fish, guys, it all tastes like fish, but you could leave it in the mustard and let it soak for a longer amount of time, and it would get rid of a lot of that flavor. But we're just gonna coat ours in this and then toss it around in some this stuff right here. Louisiana fish fry, the blue one. The blue and the yellow one are both good. So toss it around in that. And all it takes is about 2 or 3 minutes in the fryer, and then it's ready to eat. Throw all of our fish into the breading, toss it around right there, give it a good shake. Make sure everything's good and coated. We don't want any spots that don't have seasoning. Make sure all those fillets are opened up. Then we go right into the fryer. So I like to lay these out on top of this big piece of catfish. That one will take a little bit longer than the crappie. So right now we're just gonna stick with all the same size thickness. We don't wanna mix a really thin piece of fish and then a really thick piece, because you'll get an undercooked big piece and a burnt little piece. Start with those. Throw this in. Set our timer. We're cooking at 365 right now. 3 minutes, that should be more than done. And y'all check this out real quick. We just fried up those whole bluegills, whole sunfish. They look good, so we're gonna go ahead and eat them. These guys are like potato chips. The tails on them, that's the best part of the whole fish. You can eat them, the bones and everything. Oh, you can eat the bones and everything. Amazing. Well, we've got our sweet potato, already destroyed that thing. Got our hush puppies, amazing. And a nice piece of fried crappie. Let's give it a try right here. Nothing on it. Ooh, hot, straight out the fryer. But, I'll tell you what, it doesn't get any better than that. This is definitely my favorite freshwater fish to eat. So, better than catfish. Catfish is super good, but it has a different texture and definitely, as Richard would say, a distinctive taste. So, crappie, super light, super clean tasting, and just all around a good fish to eat. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Hit that like button, leave a comment down below. Let me get a bite of this real quick. Oh, that's good. Okay. Subscribe if you're not already. And if you are, thank you guys so much. And until next time, peace.